For whatever reason, most buyers have this misconception that applying for a mortgage is a daunting task. As a matter of fact, most buyers start their process or their home buying journey by going out and looking at properties that they theoretically fall in love with before they even realize if they qualify for a mortgage. So my friends, I want to do you a favor and help you understand that one, applying for a mortgage is extremely simple, especially being that most applications are done online. But if you're applying for a mortgage, I want to share with you in this video exactly what documents that you're going to need, and having these documents handy will only make the mortgage approval process that much easier. Doesn't matter if you are W-2 or 1099, we're going to go over exactly what you should be aware of when you apply for a mortgage. So generally there's three things that a financial institution is going to look into when they determine how much money they are able to loan you, how much money you are able to borrow in the form of a mortgage. Now, one of the first things that they're going to look for is your income. Now, if you're a W-2 employee, it's a lot easier for you because your taxes are taken out and they can really get an understanding of your bottom line just from your pay stubs. But if you're a 1099 employee and taxes are not taken out, then, or you don't get a paycheck at all, then it's a little bit more challenging for a financial institution to determine how much money you actually make. If you are a 1099 employee, there are still options for you. It's just not as easy as someone who's W-2 who can hand over their pay stubs. So if you are 1099, they're going to look for or look at your tax returns. And because you are a 1099 employee, they're going to look for more than just 1 year of taxes. More than likely, you're going to have to supply 2 or 3 years of tax returns because the financial institution wants to see an average. They want to see if there's any years out of the normal, and they may even question some parts of your tax return. But if you're a W-2 employee where you've already illustrated that taxes are coming out, then more than likely you'll only need to supply your most recent filed tax return, just 1 year for a W-2 employee versus a 1099 employee. Regardless if you're W-2 or 1099, you're going to need to have your taxes done and on hand so that you can hand them over to whoever is helping you with your loan. Once you've supplied your income and your tax returns, the next thing the bank is going to want to see, again, regardless if you are W-2 or 1099, they're going to want to see your bank statements. Now, very similar to having to show more documentation if you are self-employed or a 1099 employee, you are probably going to have to show more months of your bank statements than someone who is a W-2 employee. I would prepare someone who's a W-2 employee, be prepared to share 1, maybe 2 months of your bank statements, as opposed to someone who's 1099. I would say you may need to show anywhere from 2 months to 12 months. I've even seen some lenders require more, but those are very unique situations or scenarios. But for the most part, W-2 employees, you have it relatively easy. All you need to do is hand over your recent pay stubs, your most recently filed tax returns, and maybe a bank statement or two. As opposed to someone self-employed, you're going to need to show several years of tax returns because you don't have a pay stub, and you're also going to need to show more of your bank statements. Regardless if you're W-2 or you're 1099, when they're showing your bank statements, this is also considered some of your investments or your assets, I should say. So if you have any other accounts like Roths or IRAs, they may be brought into the equation if you need additional buying power. So at the end of the day, the lender is really looking at 3 moving mechanics. That's the fact that you're employed and that you can show that you're employed. They're going to look at your income, and they're going to look at your assets through the form of your bank statements. These are things that you should have together, and it will make your mortgage pre-approval process that much easier. So hopefully these few tips will help you if you decide to apply for a mortgage. And if you have any questions regarding the real estate market, do me a favor, feel free to let me know. And as always, there is a link for home buyers to download. It is free for you in the description. And there is also a link for any seller out there wondering what the value of their home is. Again, link in the description, both of them free of service to you. I'm Chris Nelson, the team lead of the Nelson Home Group, helping buyers and sellers achieve their real estate goals here in the greater Philadelphia area. Until next time, take care.